lofts. In Austin, I saw, pause, my eyes crawl to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, shit is reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving and grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near, stay there. Remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. Dreams in paradise. Truth is.
Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Man, is it cold outside or what? Or is it just me? I'm freezing my butt off. And I got my boy Ace right here. He's trying to keep me warm. He's right here by the heat. We got some heat going on underneath the desk here in the office. And then I also have treats right here. That's why he's really. That's right, Ace. That's why you're really here, isn't it? Is that why you're here? Because there's some treats. Yes, there's some treats. But anyway, I hope everybody is staying warm. It is nip pee outside. I'm freezing my butt off. But anyway, today, I've said that a couple times. Today, we've got some good stuff. We're going to talk about the World Cup because, remember, it starts Monday. Got my good guy, Nick Jackson, Mr. England himself, coming on to talk about the World Cup teams, the World Cup, all the groups. Then, of course, about the USA. And remember, we play England a week from today on Black Friday, which is hopefully it's bad for them, good for us. The last time we played a couple of years ago, or not this past World Cup because the United States did not make the team, but the time before that, we beat them. So anyway, it's going to be good to see what's going to happen with that, and I'm excited. But to start off, man, by the way, of course, we're going to have Drew Henthorn. If he comes on, he's out in San Diego having fun with the family. But I told him if he tries to do a video chat, I'm not putting him on. That's just it. I am not putting him on. We're not going to allow him to come on and have his feet up on the beach and all that nonsense while we're back here trying to stay warm, can't get above 30. We're not doing that at all. And I think my guy Ben Dillman would agree with that because we had a full day in full games slate in hockey last night. Ben was on yesterday talking about that. And then, so we're going to talk about the scores and what happened. But let's start out, man, with that ugly Ace, let me do work. We're going to start out with that ugly NFL game last night. To be honest, I mean, I've watched it. I'm not. I tried to get my guy Adam Kim on because he's a huge Green Bay fan. He's getting married to our girl Hannah Tubbs, Billy Tubbs' granddaughter, daughter of Tommy Tubbs. Anyway, they're getting married. Great couple. Love them both. Excited for their future. And then I still think Hannah kicks his butt in golf. He won't ever come out and say it, but I think Hannah kicks his butt in golf. You're going to have to come on and talk about it, bro. You have to come on and defend yourself. But anyway, in the game last night, Titans improved to 7-3, which is just crazy. Beating over the Packers 27-17. They're back in the hunt again after all the injuries and all the things that happened to them early. They are back in the hunt at 7-3. Packers 4-7. Basically the Packers, they should be 3-8. I mean, the Cowboys let them off the hook. Dak throwing that horrible interception in the end zone. I mean, the one thing you do is you don't do that. Just get your 3 points and move on. But, they all do it. Josh Allen does it. Mahomes did it against Buffalo. So it does cost. Ryan Tannehill, 22 of 27 for 333 yards last night. 2 TDs, 1 INT. Derrick Henry, 2 for 2, 4 yards. And a touchdown. It was a nice pickup. Nobody saw that coming. Great trick play. Then Aaron Rodgers, 24 for 39 for 227 yards and 2 TDs. And he just didn't look like himself. He said his thumb was probably hurting, which could be, but when it's cold out there and it's below zero and you're trying to grip the football and spin it, that is difficult to do. Nobody wants to get hit. Nobody wants to catch those hard balls. Uh, but he's done it before, so I don't know if we can really let him off the hook. His first time being really booed, really in Green Bay, and he just shrugged it off because I don't think Aaron really cares. I don't think it matters to him. He's in his late 30s, about to be 40. He could care less. I think he's got his $50 million, and he's ready to do whatever the hell he wants. 21 first downs for the Titans, 15 for the Pack. Like I said, 320 yards total passing for the Titans, 215 total for Green Bay, and then rushing yards, 88 to 56. You would think the Titans would have had more yards than that. But anyway, time of possession wasn't that really overwhelming. 32 to 28, 32 to 27, one turnover for the Titans with the interception by Ryan Tannehill. But for the most part, I thought it was a decent game. But I don't think there was really in doubt, even though the Packers cut it close. To me, there was no doubt in what was going to happen in that game. I pretty much knew that they were going to handle their business in doing that. So I knew, pretty much what was going on with that. Now, remember the Thunder tonight. So we've got some good basketball on the Thunder tonight in our game. We are scheduled to play the Grizz on this road trip, and there you go, it's our Thunder game. -6.5, over under 230. I think it will be over. I think both teams are gonna, one team is gonna get in the 120s, even though the Thunder are averaging. Was right at 116, and we'll go over that too here in just a second. Talking about what the Thunder do average as far as their points per game. The Grizzlies 9-6, and like I said, the Thunder I believe should be 9-6. Right now, we've got two losses that, the other night they could have very easily called the same kind of tic-tac call that they called on Dort against Brook Lopez in the Milwaukee game. But of course, we were not playing Milwaukee, nor were we playing the Suns, so that probably had a lot to do with it. But anyway, the Thunder tonight, 7 p.m. on Bally Sports against the Grizz in Memphis. And Memphis is one of the best places that you go. Great barbecue. And then if you've never stayed at the Peabody, I suggest that you go down, stay at the Peabody, and watch the Ducks come down the elevator, do their little thing in the fountain, and then go single file back up onto the elevator and then back up. It's one of the most amazing things that you've ever seen. So I highly recommend going to a Thunder Grizzlies game or just going to Memphis, period. It's only about a 6-hour drive. Not bad. You can get there plenty of time, spend the night, have a good time. And if you want to, you can go across to Oxford and watch an Ole Miss home game and party in the Orchard. That's worth it as well. So either one of those things I would highly suggest that you do. But that being said, the Thunder, when you look at the Thunder and what they're doing right now, we are averaging 116 points a game. Look at our field goal percentage at 46.5, which, nobody saw that coming, us shooting 50%. And a lot of that has to do with SGA because he is so proficient right now because his mid-range game, and he's just so in the paint, you can't really stop him. He's just doing everything he wants to do. Took a page out of oh my God, I can never think of this guy's name. It always drives me nuts. For Chicago, he plays for Chicago, played at Toronto forever, wanted to go to Lakers. His name always slips me for some reason. I don't know why. I can never think of that guy's name. Anyway, 3-point percentage, Thunder at 33.3%. From three. That's slowly rising. Remember, we were at 26 at one point or something stupid. And then assist, 24.6, and turnovers, 13.4. I would like to see our assist at least go up to 26 or have our assist turnovers come down because 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio is fantastic. And if we could get it to that, I would really like to see that from the Thunder. So if we could get that, I would really be more than happy if we could do 2-for-1. But remember, we play Monday night at home, and I suggest if you haven't been to a Thunder game, I know we're losing and all that stuff, but hey, uh, let me see. I'm trying. My guy's just calling, texting me. Uh, my thing is just go to the game, support our team. Man, they're young. We've got one of the youngest, if not the youngest team in the league overall. And surprisingly, Poku has been playing well, which is definitely a good thing for us because, none of us saw that coming. I didn't see it coming. I know y'all didn't either. And so, anyway, watching Poku do his thing has been really good. Him stepping up and playing the last four games in a row. He's really, I'm not a fan of his, but he has been playing well, and we need him and Baisley and that group to step up and do what they need to do. And one thing I did not do my keys to the game, but they're basically, I'll just go over them real quick because they're basically the same thing. I do the Thunder keys or the Thunder keys. I pretty much don't change them simply because they've got to keep doing the same things that they've been doing, and as long as they do these, uh, the Thunder will stay successful. Get off to a good start every quarter because part of the games when we have gotten beat is because we get off to a slow start at the beginning of the quarter, and we could just never we just playing catch up after that, and it's really hard. Cut down on our turnovers, which we are taking care of the basketball against a Memphis team. Even though Desmond Bain is out, that will help us. Cut down on the turnovers, take care of the basketball, limit open looks. And the big thing about us tonight is we have to limit Steven Adams' offensive rebounds because he gives them another look. And if you give Memphis multiple looks at three, you are in tons of trouble. So if we can limit their open looks and cut down on big fella, on Steven Adams just dominating us inside, we'll be fine. Keep attacking the paint because Steven Adams is not going to block your shot. And that was part of the issue with him when he was here. He's a good rebounder. He's going to take up space. But as far as being an intimidator, blocking shots, you don't look at Steven Adams and go, oh, my God, Steven Adams is in there. I'm not going to drive to the basket and attack it. Anyway, attack the paint. Don't settle for threes. And most of all, play within yourselves because once the Thunder, and that's the thing that I keep saying, is that when the Thunder play within themselves, and that a lot starts with SGA. As long as SGA is starting out and he's attacking the basket and he's doing all the things he needs to do, then everybody else plays within themselves. They don't get all out. They don't try to, do things. They're not, Poku's not trying to, score in a half-court offense. Not his deal. We don't have Dort flying to the basket, shooting a layup off the backboard, bouncing back to half-court like he shot a jump shot or something. So, you don't have Wiggins trying to do more than he can do. When SGA does his thing and Josh is doing his thing, then it allows everybody else because they're going to cut to the basket or drive to the basket. And then once your man does this and turns his head, my kids, I've always taught them, anytime a player turns his head, you immediately attack the basket. And so I try to get my players to do that. And you as a player, if you're watching this as a high school, junior high, whatever player, or as a parent, tell your kid, if somebody's guarding you and you turn their head, you cut to the basket. Every time you cut to the basket because they can't see you. By the time they turn and look, then you put pressure. Somebody else has to help out. So if you don't get the open shot, then somebody else will get a look. And that helps out overall as far as everything's concerned. So to me, that's what you have to do when it comes to that. And, man, and when I was looking at the Thunder schedule – and what all we have in front of us, it's kind of scary what we have to do. It really is. But do we have the opportunity to get in some stuff? We sure do. So I'm excited about our schedule. But like I said, coming up, we have a huge game on Monday night, and if everybody can come, please come and watch and support the Thunder this Monday night against the Knicks, and then we have Denver at home on Wednesday and then Friday. So we have a nice 3-game home stretch there. So is that my guy, Nick? Are you with me? Can you hear me? Nick, are you there?
I am with you. I
Hey,
am, Matt. How you doing?
I'm good, my brother. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
excited. It's World Cup time.
and it is, man. You know, I was sitting there and I was thinking the other day is that the things that I look forward to are the Summer Olympics, which I love the track and field. I love the Winter Olympics, watching swimming. I love the World Cup, men's and women's. Okay, but more women's than men because our women have won it 4 times and are the defending World Cup champions. But men's
Yeah.
soccer or men's football, we're gonna call it football because I know you're an England guy and you're from England, so we're gonna call it football for your benefit.
Okay.
Uh, I just love it, dude. And you and I were talking earlier about our four because today we're doing the Mount Rushmore of sports. And my other two guys, I don't really think they could do soccer. And you and I had come up with three, and of course, I saw Pele because I'm kind of old enough to see him, and you did not. And it was so funny. You were like, boom, boom, boom. I mean, you didn't even hesitate. Ronaldo,
Yeah.
Maradona first. Don't you
Yep.
agree?
Yep.
And then Messi,
Maradona first.
then
Then
Messi.
this is the controversial statement for my generation that Messi versus Ronaldo. I'm a Ronaldo guy,
Me too.
but Messi has that natural talent, the things he can do with the ball, and that's no discredit to Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I think Messi has to take that second spot. Ronaldo is on that third spot. And honestly, that fourth spot, man, I mean, there's multiple guys that have changed the way the game has been played
Uh
over
huh.
the years that could slide into there,
But do you
honestly.
take?
But
But do you take a defensive guy or do you take the midfielder? I mean, who do you? Or do you take I mean, a forward? Who do you really take if you're gonna put somebody in the fourth spot? Do you got somebody he's just the best defender I've ever seen, or I mean, how do you do that?
see, that's the thing, right? And with football, with soccer, it's a lot of the attacking players seem to get the plaudits. It's changed in recent
Uh
times,
huh.
for sure. But a lot of the awards, the Ballon d'Or, which is the Player of the Year, effectively the MVP, that usually tends to go to the forwards. I mean, there was a span of I think it was 9 years. Messi and Ronaldo won it between the both of them,
Well, but
which
who's
is
going to argue with
definitely
that?
deserved. Yeah, no, definitely deserved. But I mean, recent years we've seen midfielders win it. We've seen defenders and goalkeepers coming in that top three. So it's definitely changing. But I mean, it's hard to argue that forwards and forwards are the most exciting positions because they're the ones that score the goals usually. They're the ones that do the exciting plays. They're keeping people on their toes and what get the fans up on their feet majority of the time. So to be honest, it could go either way. Me, I'm a defensive guy, but it depends. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. That fourth spot, I really think is up for grabs. There's a lot of players in that conversation.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. We were talking about that. Me, Drew, and Ben. We were talking about when you do the Mount Rushmore of all the sports. I mean, in basketball, it's pretty simple. The three for sure are Magic, Michael, and Kareem. Those those three are for sure. And then the younger generation wants to throw in LeBron. I have to throw
Hmm.
in LeBron because to me, the way I break it down is the greatest of all time is Michael Jordan. The greatest all-around player is LeBron, and the most skilled player is Kobe. That's
Yep.
how I break it down because to me, but if I have to have a choice between them, I'm going to do Michael, Kobe, LeBron because LeBron, he doesn't. I'm not afraid of LeBron. He doesn't fear me with the ball at the end of the game. He doesn't. Kareem, I was afraid of him with the ball in the end. Magic, I was afraid of him with the ball at the end. LeBron, I'm not really afraid of him, but his just overall skill level was ridiculous. So, but anyway, Nick. So now I know that you got Santa Fe, but you also do some soccer stuff. Tell us, do you have a company or anything that people can know about? Because I know you do. You're like me. I do a lot of training for kids. I know you train for kids. Do you have a company or do you have anything that they can contact you? Or and then in the future we'll be doing these weekly updates. So I'll get your information if people can do that. So we'll have it on screen.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely. I mean, at the moment, I've put it on hold for a minute, but I do a lot of private one-to-one and
Uh huh.
group sessions with
Hmm.
individual players for training, more so skill specific and position specific. But I mean, if anyone's interested in that, I also coach a couple of teams too. So any of that kind of stuff, anything soccer related, definitely. As long people reach out to you, you pass on my information.
Yeah,
We can
yeah, and
get
because
something
we're gonna
going
have
for
you on,
sure.
we're gonna have you on every week. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead in the next time you come on next Friday, or next week. What did we decide? We said Monday. What are we gonna do? Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday? Because I know that you're going to see our boy Open. Oh God,
Yeah,
bro, I miss my
we
dude
may
though, man. I miss my dude, but we might have to do. He might have to get him on too.
we can see what we can do for sure. I
Yeah,
think next week we was looking at Wednesday.
yeah,
We can
we're
look
gonna
at
do. Yeah,
Wednesday. It may change as the weeks go along, though.
yeah,
Just dependent on schedule and everything.
yeah.
So, but yeah, no, we'll get this going. And I mean, well, it's exciting, man. We got to give that update every week.
Yeah, we do, and then also then we'll have all your stuff so people, if they want to contact you, they can. Now, into the World Cup groupings. Group A, we have Qatar. By the way, they play Sunday, don't they? The first match, they play the first match Sunday. Is that right? On
Yep, they do.
Fox.
Qatar and Ecuador play
Yeah,
Sunday. That is the only game Sunday,
yeah.
the opener.
And then you got Senegal and the Netherlands. Who do you see coming out of that group, or the top two?
I mean, looking at it, the Netherlands are young, but they're still the favourites in my eyes for that group. I see them coming out at number one. Senegal had a massive loss of injury. Their star player, their key man, Sadio Mane of Bayern Munich, he just got ruled out. I think it was either 2 days ago or yesterday. Just got ruled out. They were planning on taking him anyway, but he got ruled out from their squad. But I still see them coming in second. They're Qatar and Ecuador. They're going to have to do a lot to get some points from Senegal or Netherlands and fight their way into first
And
or second spot, to be
so
honest. But I see Netherlands at one, Senegal at two in that
Senegal
group.
too. We're gonna talk about Group B last, of course, obviously.
How we doing, boys?
Hey, what's going on, big dog? How you doing?
How's it
Doing
going?
well. How
We're
you
just
fellas doing?
talking a little soccer right now. Yeah.
Awesome.
Groups. That's our guy Ben Dillman. Ben. This is Nick. Ben. Nick. Ben.
How we doing, buddy?
Group C. Nick, we have Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Now, is
Yeah,
Poland?
this is
Are they even gonna have a team? I mean, they're getting bombs dropped. I mean, are they gonna? I mean, how is that gonna work?
yep. So I actually saw yesterday. I saw the international team's chartered jet was escorted out by some fighter planes out of Poland. So they're on their way. I think they may have landed today, but Poland are there. They're going to
Wow.
be there.
Fighter planes, huh? They're like, yeah, no, y'all not Russia. You're not doing anything to screw this up, huh?
That's awesome.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
why?
They don't want to take any risks.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So Argentina and Messi, we got to pick them one, don't we? Coming out of that,
Yeah,
but is it Mexico
they're the
or
favorites
Poland?
in that group for sure.
You
For
got
sure.
you
Yeah,
got
they've got to
Argentina,
be.
you got Mexico or Poland? You think second?
See, I mean, Poland have got Robert Lewandowski, probably one of the best strikers in the world. So you can never really count them out. But I look at this Mexico squad, and it's probably one of the weakest Mexico squads I've seen in a while. Now, don't get me wrong, they've still got a lot of talent on that team, but that second place is really going to come down to that matchup where Mexico play Poland.
And Mexico's been really bad internationally lately that I've seen.
Yep, they've not been in a great run of form at all, which doesn't help leading up to a major tournament.
Okay, so you think Argentina, Poland probably if you had to go with your gut, if you think
Yep.
Nick.
Yep. That would be my guess.
Okay, Group C, we have France, Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia. France.
Yep. France come in number one in that group. They're one of my favorites for the tournament.
Yeah,
they
me
have
too.
so much depth in every position.
Yeah, me
I
too.
mean, this year they got quite a young midfield because they got major injuries to the likes of like Pogba and Kante, so they're not traveling with the team. But I mean, they're young, but they've got some Champions League winners out of these young boys who have just won it with like Madrid. So I don't doubt the talent in that team at all. They're my favorites for that group for sure, and one for the tournament. I would go with, I think Denmark could be a dark horse coming out of that group, coming in second place and
Really?
maybe trying to push for some quarters. Yeah, they got a couple of really talented players, and when I've seen them in the past, they seem to play very well as a unit, as a team.
Well, because I sit there and I look at that. I said, okay, what do you think, Ben? What do you think out of that group?
I think definitely France. I think that, like he said, they're one of my favorites as well. And then, but the Denmark and Australia. I think that'll be whoever wins that one. As long as they don't get a draw, that team will go. I think for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
I think I'm not an Australia fan as much as I am, so I think France and Denmark. If I'm gonna pick it, you
Yep.
know, I just think Denmark overall, depth wise. But anyway, okay, Group E, man, Spain, Germany, Costa Rica, and Japan. Nick, this
I
is
think
man.
I think this one is unfortunately, unless something drastic happens, is writing's all on the walls here. I'm looking at Germany in 1 and Spain in 2.
Yep.
So let's just move on. It was what we're basically saying. Yeah, no,
That's easy.
let's just go on. There's not a lot to talk about there.
Yeah.
Okay, Group F: Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. That Canada team, man, they're loaded. I mean, they've got some players.
This is going to be an exciting group. I mean, there's some strong teams in there, but I mean, Belgium and Croatia would, off the bat, be my favorites. But Canada are strong. They've got probably one of the best teams they've had in years. They got some real stars on that team, and Morocco have some really good players in their
I think
squad
that's my
this year.
most interesting. That'll be my most interesting group for me.
Yes, definitely.
Seeing how that one comes out.
definitely.
So
Yep.
who do you, if you have to go with your gut, who do you like in that, Nick? Though, really?
My gut is Belgium and Croatia, but I think Morocco and Canada could definitely cause an upset.
Now, who was the
Yep,
first?
I'm doing Belgium and Canada.
Who do you who's ranked 1 and is it Belgium 1?
Yep, that
So-
would be Belgium.
Mhm.
I see coming top in that group. They got
Well, who plays
they're
who first?
stacked as well.
Because Belgium will play the least. They're the favorite, so they would play the least team first, right? Isn't that how they do it? The best team in the group plays the worst team in the group for the first time. Is that how do they do that? Is that how they do it? Kind of.
The schedule is done. It's done pretty randomly, actually. So
Oh,
what
is
we
it?
have in that group is Morocco will play Croatia Wednesday the 23rd. The same day Belgium are playing Canada.
Oh, so we get them both.
That'll be a
Yep.
good day. It'll be a good day.
Yeah.
of
That's
soccer.
what is the 23rd? Is that Wednesday?
That's Wednesday. Yep, day before Thanksgiving. The Morocco-Croatia game is going to be at 4 a.m. Central Time,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
an early one.
I won't be up. I won't be up for that, bro. I can tell you right now. I won't be. I'll have to watch YouTube or something on that. Group G: Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon.
This is another good group.
Yep.
God dang, man.
It's top heavy
I
with
mean-
Brazil. Brazil's going to take the one, and then after that, it's just going to be a dogfight to see who can get that second spot out of there.
Yep. Brazil are my other favorites for this tournament, so I definitely have them at 1 as well. Serbia are strong. They've got a lot of good players in there. Switzerland and Cameroon can definitely try and pull an upset, though. I don't
Yeah.
discount that at all. But
No.
Brazil at number 1 for sure. I see Serbia probably coming out at 2.
But Brazil's the number 1 overall seed. Don't you agree?
Yep.
Nick?
Yeah,
I mean,
Brazil. This could be their year. This really could be their
well,
year.
we say that almost every World Cup, don't we? And then somebody gets hurt or they underperform one game when they shouldn't. I mean, don't we say that pretty much every year?
We do, but I mean, that's the thing. For me, the one reason I love the World Cup is tournament soccer is completely different to any kind of soccer.
Yes.
You know, teams will play a little more defensively. They will not play as freely as they normally would throughout like a campaign, a whole season or qualifiers, because you don't want to go 1-0 down in a World Cup game, because teams will just go in a low block and just do anything they can to stop you getting anywhere near that goal. Now, for the likes of Brazil, they're still going to play the same way. They're going to play freely. They're going to go and attack,
They're going
Which
to attack
is-
mode, yeah.
which is probably been their downfall and the reason they've underperformed
100%.
in previous ones. But,
Mhm.
you know, I still see them and France are my 2 favorites. It's going to be tough for anyone to get past those 2 teams.
Yeah, and I think England, you dropped, they're my third. I think it's Brazil,
I got-
France, England is my third.
I got Argentina just because I know it's Messi's last one. He could go out on top. So I got Argentina, followed by Brazil, and then France. Those are my top 3. But
You don't have England in there?
no,
Oh wow, I have England in there.
No,
I'm not going
'cause-
to
'cause
disrespect you, Nick. I got England in there, man.
I mean, I'd love to see that. I'd be happy if we can make it to the semis. I wasn't too pleased with some of the selections we made with our roster pick, to be honest. I think there was a few surprising ones, but again, it's tournament soccer, so you at some point you got to take experience. You got to take
Yeah,
the
you're
guys
building
that
a
have been in
roster
around
to
these
win a tournament.
tournaments.
Yep.
Yeah, you're winning a
Yep,
tournament. You're not going for 8 years down the road. You're trying to win right now.
Group
yep.
H, Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea. How are they the Korea Republic? Are they just Korea?
Korea,
That's
they
a
are
South Korea, but
Go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead, Nick.
they once they get Min Song back, the Tottenham star, he plays at Tottenham Hotspurs. They're not a bad team, but they're one of those teams that are going to be extremely disciplined. They're going to play team ball, and I don't see them making any upsets in that group. See that Korea coming out fourth. I mean,
yeah.
Portugal, Uruguay, and Ghana. Any one of those three could come out at first. I think all three of those have got some star players.
But Nick,
And
I mean, Portugal.
isn't Ghana always? They're just so athletic and fast. I mean,
Mhm.
they're just scary, but it just seems like they can never finish. But athletically, and the way that they play, and when you look at their players, I mean, they're athletic, but it just doesn't seem like they can finish.
I mean, you've pretty much hit the nail on the head there. Their downfall has been the final ball. When they get into that final third of the pitch, that's where it's let them down. But I'm looking forward to that rematch, Ghana Uruguay, because back in the I think it was the 2010, no, it may have been 2010 World Cup. Luis Suarez made that handball on the line in the quarterfinals in the last minute of the game, and
Handball.
Asamoah Jean missed the penalty. It went to overtime, and Ghana ended up bowing out. But if they won that game, they would have broke the record for an African team and how far they've
That's
gone in the
awesome.
World Cup.
Yeah.
So there's some bad blood in that group. I'll tell you that for sure.
When do
That's
they
going to be
play?
an
Do you have that?
interesting one.
Do you have that in front of you, Ben? I mean, Nick, do you have that game when Ghana and Uruguay play? Do you
Yeah,
have that in front
that's
of
the
you?
last group game. Actually, that is going to be on. That is Friday, the 2nd of December.
Oh wow! So that's
So that
what,
is one
2
of the
weeks?
very last group
Was
games.
that 2 weeks
9
from today?
a.m.
Is that 2 weeks from today?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. 2
yeah,
weeks from today.
yeah. We'll have to talk about that when we get on the air. That game will be on or just finishing, so we'll be able to talk about that. Now let's save the best for last. We've saved Group B: England, Iran, our boys, the USA, and Wales. And that reminds me, Nick, what is up with the jersey? Does that bother you what USA did with the LBGTQ jerseys versus the red and white? I was like, I mean, I understand that we're supporting them, but this is our
I
country.
thought it was a weird play.
It definitely was. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky. I mean, a lot of teams a lot of nations have wanted to go to Qatar to make a stand as
Stand,
well.
yes,
They've
which is
wanted
what
to
we were
make
doing.
a political stand. Yeah. Now, I completely understand that. But at the same time, I'm a big believer in you let your playing do the talking, and
Yes.
then in your press conferences, so on, in the
I'm
media
with you.
opportunities afterwards is where you send your message. I don't think the sport and the political should ever mix. That is what I mean. The actual playing of
The playing the sport, I
and the
agree
political.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, because,
Um,
in 1980, when I had a chance to play, because I had made the USA Junior World Team, and then I tore my knee up, and then I got my letter to try out for the USA team in 1980, and then of course we did not go
Yeah.
because of political BS, and I'm just like, what the hell does us having issues with the USSR? Now they were not Russia, but they were the USSR at that time.
Soviet Union.
Yeah, and so we did not get to go because of political BS, which is exactly what you're
Man.
talking about, Nick. And it's like, why do I even want to go get in shape and do anything when, I'm going to spend 4 months rehabbing, getting myself completely, knocking myself out, 3-4 hours a day training when we're not going. So if you make
yeah.
the team, wow, okay, well, we're not going. What, anyway. And then, of course, in '84, the USSR did not come to USA. But yeah, Nick, I'm with you on that. Now, the first game, which to me means everything for the USA. this first game against Wales. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings behind it? What do you think?
This is gonna be the game for second place in this group. I got a big feeling both teams are gonna come out slightly nervous. They're gonna start out pretty defensive, feeling each other out and seeing how the other's playing. It's gonna take, I think, one piece of magic in this game, and then it's gonna be wide open.
Pulisic, it's all on him.
Well, I
That's all we
think
It
need.
is.
what they're
That's
gonna
all
do
we
with
need.
what they're gonna do with Pulisic is they're gonna beat the crap out of him. That's what they're gonna
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna be physical against him.
He's gonna have a tough tournament.
The question is, Nick, who is gonna step up out of the roster? And I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm gonna pull up the USA roster, and who's gonna pull up if Pulisic is getting the crap beat out of him? Is it gonna be Fiera? Is it gonna be Morris, Rainier, Nick? I mean, who's gonna step up? Because clearly they're gonna try to take Pulisic out.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, this USA team, they've got a lot of talent in there. I mean, you look at the likes of centre midfield, Weston McKennie, who's playing regularly at Juventus. You got players playing all over Europe. I mean, Pulisic is at Chelsea. Josh Sargent was on fire last season for Norwich when he went over there. The young Brendan Aronson's been doing very well at Leeds as well. There's definitely some players that can take some of the heat off Pulisic's back, but it's on Pulisic to lead them.
Yeah, because let's face it. When I've watched the previous matches, they're just bumping him and pushing him and cheap shotting him with that
Oh, yeah.
sucker. But he, it just seems like we don't have anybody to step up and really take the reins over, Nick. I mean, one of these guys are going to have to step up, don't you think? I mean, to get some goals up and take some heat off of him and go, look, if you're going to bow him, we're going to do this, which will allow Pulisic to do what he needs to do.
Oh, for sure, for sure. They can't just rely on him. They got to spread out the goals and the assists across that front line. I mean, Gio Reyna's one that I look at who can probably make a name for himself at a tournament like this. He's been doing well at Dortmund. Even Timothy Weah at Lille in France, he's a young talent. I mean, his dad, George Weah, was one of the best players that AC Milan had seen going forward. So there's definitely some young stars in this team. It's going to be interesting to see.
Who's going to
Because like
step
we
up?
said earlier, it's a big tournament, and sometimes not having that experience of being in and around one of these, you can hide in a corner. Some players.
Yeah.
Are some of these tournaments not almost like paydays, like interviews for some of these younger guys that are like just now joining these national teams? If you go out there and make a splash in this, tournament, do you think some of these European teams are going to start looking at these young guys?
100%. It happens every World Cup. There'll be at least 2 or 3 young players that shine, and next thing you know, all of the European scouts are all over them.
All over.
Making millions, making pounds,
Yeah, who do you like?
Yeah.
Who do you like goalkeeping wise? Who do you think we should start with? Horvath, Turner, or Johnson?
See, this is an interesting one for me. This is something I think that only the coaches truly know from how they've been doing every day in camp. I mean, any one of those 3 could step up and play. I'm looking at probably Sean Johnson at New York City FC, probably to start, or Matt Turner. I mean, Matt Turner's recently come into Arsenal and been getting a lot of high quality reps with their training group, the goalkeepers there. But he is, I don't know if you guys know his story. He's a late bloomer. He's one of those miracle players that has come out and made it pro from a real late age and worked his way up the ranks. So it's going to be interesting. I'll be very intrigued to see who they put out in that first starting 11 on Monday.
Yeah, I'm excited about it too, dude. I'm really pumped up about what I'm seeing from the Thunder. I mean, from the U.S. soccer team, Thunder. I got Thunder in my mind because we play tonight, so I've got that on my mind. But I'm excited now. Let's talk about England. When you look at England and you look at this group, what is it that you see your strengths and your weaknesses are for England?
We're taking a lot of experience to this tournament. We've got a lot of players that have been in and around big tournaments. I mean, we're coming off reaching the finals of the Euros last year because that got delayed a year because of COVID. Unfortunately, we lost that to Italy. And then in the last World Cup in 2018, losing in the semis to Croatia, who actually went on and gave France a tough game in the final. But We got a lot of experienced players. We got a lot of players that, man, I'm excited to see them at their first tournaments as well. It's going to be interesting. I want to see this England team perform to their true potential.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited about it. And then, of course, England and the United States played a week from today. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works. I'm excited. Well, do you have any kind of, if you had to pick your final four, who would you pick and who do you think ultimately should win? Because I'm not counting Germany this year because they are, no. Go ahead. Sorry.
So definitely France, definitely Brazil. I would love to see Portugal and Argentina just for Messi and Ronaldo. It's going to be both of their last World Cups. It's their 5th World Cup, both of them.
That's
which
crazy.
is mind-blowing to me.
That's
crazy.
That's
20
crazy. 20
years of playing
Holy
at the top level.
crap.
Top
Yeah,
level. Top level. Okay,
yeah,
not medium
yeah.
level, top level.
Yeah, the elitist of all soccer levels, man. So I'd love to see Portugal, Argentina. I don't know if they've got what it takes to make it there.
As a team, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Saying that, obviously, I want to see England.
Well, clearly. But, who is your dark horse? If you had to just really think of a dark horse team that's playing, you look at their team and you think, man, a dark horse that they really, if they get going, they could possibly win it all. Who do you like?
Belgium, they've been cultivating this young group for years. They've had them playing together. They've got some unbelievable players. Some of the best players on multiple different club teams around Europe in that squad. So they really are my dark horse. They could come out of Group F and go on a storm and absolutely find themselves in that final for sure.
Yeah. Sweet. All right, brother. I'll see you in a little bit over at the spot. Hey, will you do me a favor? Will you grab that the medium ladder out for me? Because I've got to do the backboards. Gary sent me my list of stuff I've got to do when I get over to the gym today. So
Sounds good, man.
I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate
Nick.
you.
Yes, sir.
Do you know Matt Bray by chance?
Matt, last name, sorry?
Bray, B-R-A-Y. He's just one of my buddies. He does one-on-one coaching and stuff here in the city, too. I just didn't know. He does his own camps and stuff as well.
I don't think I do. I may know his face, but the name doesn't ring a bell.
Sounds good. Well, we'll talk later, buddy.
Okay.
Sounds good, man. You guys take care.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Nick. See you in a little bit.
Yep.
That was my guy, Nick Jackson, and that is my dude. We work together over at Santa Fe Family Life Center, and he does a great job working with kids as far as soccer and that stuff's concerned. So we're going to take a quick break. We haven't even taken a break for sponsors. I mean, that was a great segment by Nick and Ben as well for us getting us started with World Cup. Man, that was really good, and it deserved a good 20, 30 minutes by itself simply because of how big the tournament is. So, but anyway, let's take a quick break and pay some bills. We want to thank Collaborative Logic and all the things that they do for us. If you have any needs as far as computers, as far as software written for you, website design, anything like that, those are the people to talk to, as well as buying computers and making everything run smoothly for you. SRB and Mark Longo at Engineering, Surveying, and Planning at SRB, they love to be behind the scenes, setting your buildings up and designing any kind of if you do housings or anything like that you want to do, road work, they're the perfect people for that. Oak Grove Trucking and my guy, Jose Fierro, Greg, and Max Nafee at Nafeco, and then, of course, YNB, family-owned and operated since 1912, the bank that makes things happen. If you want to go online and pre-qualify for any loans, you can do that. At www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. And then we also want to thank them for sponsoring our remote live streams to promote women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. And, in fact, we were supposed to be over at the salon yesterday, but did not make it. So I think we're joined with our normal crew. Are you there, Drew? All warm and sunny and feet in the sand and all that? Hey, Ben, I guess you don't want to talk to us, huh?
I'm right here, Bubba.
And I know you are. I'm saying I was asking for Ben, for Drew. I saw him on the thing.
Oh yeah,
And he
he'll
ain't
get it
talking.
figured out.
He ain't talking. I don't know what the problem is, man. He don't want to run his
He'll get it
mouth.
figured out.
Yeah, he's not talking for whatever reason. I told him to come on, and I can
So,
see him there, but he's not talking. Go ahead, Ben.
Quick thing I just wanted to say. I heard you talking about the Peabody Hotel earlier.
Oh my God.
So that's the place my dad, my mom, my pops, the guy, he has a farm down in Elgin. He always goes out there, and he had these big wine glasses with they're actually done by by the ducks. It holds the wine up. And then, like the top of their beak, holds the wine glass up.
Yes.
And Kylie went and grabbed one. She goes like, "Holy crap! Like these are cool." And then I guess my dad spent like $1,200 on those things a piece, and they're like all crystal glass. She goes, "Oh," and she like set it back down as fast as she could. But like he told me stories about that place, just like you were saying about it. Them, waddling out of there. Like
have you guys not been there?
Crap.
Dude,
no,
I'm
I've never
telling
been
you,
there.
man.
But that's on the bucket list.
Dude, it's a 6-hour drive, or you can fly.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just
That ain't
quicker to
bad.
drive. It's not bad at all. And you go there and it's downtown, and what happens is at 11. I think it's at 11. They, all of a sudden, do this deal, and they got the red carpet by the elevator. They come down the elevator, and they'll just stroll like they just waddle, jump in the little fountain there in the lobby.
They do the Jalen Waddle all the way down.
Waddle. But anyway, it's really, really a cool sight to see. So,
that's awesome.
Drew, are you there finally?
I am.
About time, man. God dang. We were waiting for an hour for your ass. Oh, what dude? We
it's tough out there, isn't it?
Ben, don't encourage him to start
Life's
in with it.
tough.
Oh God, here we go. Go ahead, get it out of the way.
You guys cold out there?
Yeah, I just started a fire.
It's freezing cold here, bro. It ain't cold. It's freezing
steamy.
cold here right now.
I left this morning at 5:15 and it was snowing.
Oh yeah, it's
yeah, no, it was snowing when I got home from work last night.
Yeah, it was a little nippy out there, it's for sure. But anyway, Drew, since you're here, let's jump into your picks for today. You got the Grizz -6, Warriors.
Tonight is the night the Thunder go down. Grizzlies -6.
Why are you so excited about saying that? You know what I'm saying, Ben? Why is he excited about saying that?
I picked against them the last 3 games and they killed me.
Oh, well, yeah, good. Thank you. Pick again because it's 4 in a row. Don't you think, Ben?
Pick again.
Pick again. 4 in a row. Keep picking against them. But I think, Desmond
Bain. End of a road trip, so we'll see how they play. This is what now, the 4th game in 6 days?
6 days, yeah. And then and Desmond Bain's not playing either.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, he's
hurt. Your Thunder picks are my San Jose Sharks picks. They just keep on
That's
nailing
right.
every time.
Yeah. Eventually, law of averages. That's what Ben's thinking. I mean, Drew's thinking. Both of y'all. Warriors. Yeah. The Warriors.
Might even have to go under.
Yeah. Whatever, dude. Anyway, the Warriors -7 tonight.
Love the Warriors tonight. The Warriors starting to play a little better. 7
points on the road.
Like that might be a little too much, but I'm gonna lay the wood at home on a Friday night.
Are they on the road tonight?
It's at home.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take them then.
You there?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
You're good.
Yeah, and then the Suns -1.
Yeah, I love the Suns tonight too.
Hey, look at that.
I think they're going to have to play a little attitude tonight, coming off that debacle the other night. So,
God, I don't know who's the worst enigma, them or
the Jazz might have been figured out. I think there's too much tape on the Jazz now.
Yeah, we thought about that yesterday as well. College basketball, you got a nice slate here tonight. Belmont -4.
You gotta love Belmont U.
Belmont
U.
Oh my God. That don't even sound like a basketball team, does it, Ben? Belmont U.
You know who's coach? You know who's coach for Belmont, right?
Oh,
that's King Rice, former Tar Heel.
I'm in.
Of course, King Rice, whatever. Why are you encouraging him, Ben? Why do you encourage him every time? I'm done with both of you guys. I don't know if I like y'all on together at the same time talking about stuff. Indiana. Oh, the Hoosiers.
Indiana -3 against Xavier.
Oh, you have -2 on here, bro. Send your stuff correctly.
It's 3 now.
Oh,
I got
now,
it.
okay.
I'm in on it at 2, but it's 3 right now. It's going up. Public money's coming in on the Hoosiers.
The public money.
It is.
Not you and
Big
Ben, not you and Ben's money, but the public money. Not you,
Public
not
money.
you guys, not you guys that are
General public.
experienced. Oh my God, you guys are wearing me out right now. UCF +6.
Well, they're playing Oklahoma State, and I won't play Oklahoma State until they win a game after they got beat by the Salukis the other night.
Yeah, that right there was just flat out embarrassing.
And that's a 4 o'clock start out here on the West Coast.
Yeah, I was not
Gotta
happy
love the
about
West
that.
Coast times.
Yep.
I was
4
not happy
o'clock,
about
so.
that at all. I was not happy about that one at all. You got Nova +6.
Yeah, I think Michigan State, they played Gonzaga, Kentucky, and now Villanova in the last 5 days. So I think 6 is way too many.
That's a lot. I agree with you. And then UCLA -4. UCLA.
UCLA, baby, tonight. That's a big game.
Well,
Out here, little Cali style.
the question was, what's bigger, UCLA basketball or USC UCLA football tomorrow?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a big game tomorrow.
That's a
especially for
big
USC,
game.
because they still got a chance at the playoff.
Well, if SC has to beat UCLA, Oregon, and they have somebody. Who is the other one? Oh, Notre Dame. So they've got to be.
That
They've got to go.
UCLA Illinois game ought to be a pretty good game. Should be physical. There should be a lot of good athletes on the floor tonight in that ball game.
Yeah, but it's going to be good. College football, San Diego State, the battle of the states. San Diego State, New Mexico State.
Are you seeing a trend here with my picks?
What is up with him in the West Coast? You notice that, Ben? You notice how he slid that in there? You see how he's doing this, Ben? You know, is he trying to
Thinking
be
about playing Cal Poly against Stanford
God.
tonight.
Ben, are you gonna jump in and help me at all, or are you just gonna go along
Man,
with this nonsense?
I was letting him roast you on this one. I didn't really know what to
He's
say,
roasting you too. You here freezing your butt off too. It ain't just me. You here freezing?
Oh, I know.
Okay,
I'm letting him go because I feed into it. I'll feed into it.
I know
all night.
you
How
were.
about Colorado beating A&M today by 30?
What was that?
Yeah, that's just waking up in the morning in Myrtle Beach and getting your ass bit. Thanks.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
We're going back to the beach, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, ruined the whole holiday weekend.
Oh man. Then of course you have Tulsa -14 to round off your football schedule.
Like a lot, I kind of waffled back and forth, but that South Florida team is bad. They're like 1-9.
Oh, they're
like
that
that.
bad?
I think they beat the Mormon Tabernacle Choir for the Blind too.
Good luck.
Good luck, right? Okay, tomorrow's picks. Drew, man, your Cornhuskers +10.
Hey, so that's gone from 13.5 to 10 because it's going to be snowing and cold, and Casey Thompson is starting tomorrow.
Oh, good.
So,
Lissy's back.
We got to keep it close.
Lissy's back.
That
Duke,
means we'll lose by a field goal.
wow. That's bad, isn't it, Ben, with your team? You just your team's going to lose. That's bad. Duke.
Well, they lost. What is it? 21 out of the 21 of their 26 losses are by 7 points or less. So give me the points.
Yeah.
Give them all. Yeah.
Something crazy. Duke +7.5.
Yeah, Duke's that's a good little squad they have. They played KU tough. They played North Carolina tough. I just think that 7.5 is way too many in that game.
Yeah, I agree with you. West Virginia +8.
Yeah, there's your trap game right there. You think West Virginia's not going to start Daniels tomorrow, so you got the kid that just tore OU to shreds. So he gets his second start, and that's another early start. It's going to be raining and nasty. And, I tell you what, if you got anything else to do, don't watch that one. Just check the score at about 2:30.
Check the score. This is hilarious. Minnesota -2. The Golden Gophers.
That's a big game in the Big Ten right there. If Minnesota wins, they got the inside track to Indianapolis to get
murdered.
Just get destroyed by Ohio State or Michigan.
Yeah, that's
row
exactly
the boat.
That's
Row
exactly
the boat.
Yeah, I like row the boat too. Iowa's offense is just petrified, and Minnesota can run the ball. That's going to be frigid temperatures, and I look for Minnesota to control the ball.
Man, I love this cold weather. I love seeing guys get out there and battle it out in the cold. That's awesome.
Minnesota's got the biggest offensive line in the country too, so we'll see what happens.
We'll have to see what happens. Illinois +18.
So
Man, that's a lot of points.
I don't love Illinois in the game, but I think you got a little bit of a look ahead. I think Michigan it can't not be looking ahead to Ohio State next
Oh
Saturday.
no, they're preparing. Yeah, they think they can just beat
Illinois is coming off 2 straight losses. Yeah. They were on a roll and they dropped 2 in a row at home. Kind of got away from their bread and butter. I look for Bielema to come out.
There's a few things that you can bet on, and there's revenge games, firing games, and look ahead games. I think those are kind of the 3 that you got to really look at, and that's when the numbers are going to be in your favor, usually.
Okie State. Higher +8.
I just think wrong team's favored in that game. Anybody that's watched OU play the last 4 weeks, and you're going to tell me they're 8 points better than Oklahoma State, I just don't see it.
With Spencer playing,
there for a reason. I could be wrong, but I tell you, if they do get beat, it's not going to be by 10.
Well, they're just betting on the fact that it's Gundy against OU, but
right.
It's Venables. It's not Stoops, and it's not Lincoln Riley. And the whole thing.
Gundy could have been a coach there too.
Yeah, well, Lincoln Riley could have been our assistant coach, and Gundy didn't hire him twice, and then Bob Stoops hired him. So rest is history for Lincoln. NFL Sunday. The Colts +7. I think the Eagles are going to destroy them.
Yeah, see, and so does the rest of the free world. So I'll be on the Colts.
What do you think on that, Ben?
Man, that one's a tough one because that Jeff Saturday deal, the whole thing's coming.
Forget all that crap.
This is how I look at it. The Eagles have been getting it ran up their butt the last 3 weeks. Even though they've won 2 of those games, they've been giving up a lot of yards on the ground. And now they see Jonathan Taylor on Sunday. 8's a lot.
Well, they got Nakamatu Sue in the other game.
That's why I'm confused. Is because the Colts they weren't using Jonathan Taylor. Now they're using him.
Okay, pump the brakes.
Now they're doing
coach, and he put their quarterback back in, and now he decided to run the ball.
You two pump your brakes right now. If the guy catches the damn ball like he's supposed to get paid at the Raiders, they lose. Okay. Now, do we agree or not agree? That's wide open. He dropped the wide open.
I agree.
The game's over. So they're not. So all that nonsense y'all are talking about, Jeff Saturday and rah.
No, this is how they should have been playing football the entire freaking season.
No, I agree, but let's face it, the Eagles. I know they got running problems, but I'm sorry, the Eagles are going to blast them because if you get behind,
I think they will too.
If you get behind against the Eagles, you got to throw the ball.
We'll just put a little lunch on it. You boys can buy me lunch.
Well, no, he's agreeing with you. He's agreeing with you. Ben is agreeing with you. He likes the Colts too.
I thought Ben's on the Eagles. I like the Colts.
Didn't you take the Eagles, Ben? I mean the
no,
Colts.
I took the Colts.
Yeah, y'all are together. I'm the one with the Eagles.
Because I'm riding Jeff Saturday. I'm riding that.
Okay, well y'all go ahead and ride that.
I'm doing it.
Whatever, dude. I'm taking the Eagles, and y'all are both buying me lunch.
Right.
Giants -3.
That's the Jones Automotive lead pipe lock of the week. It's the Giants -3 and about 15-degree temperature against the Detroit Lions outdoors.
Is that what we're calling the Jones Automotive Drew Henthorne lock of the week? Is that what we're doing? Are you already promoting that?
Get on down and see Gary Jones.
Jones Automotive. Yeah, I've got all the stuff done. So we worked on that last night. And so I'll be sending Gary the proposal for all that.
That's great.
Ravens -13. Man.
Yeah, Carolina is really not very good.
-13,
That's
Drew.
a lot of points.
Yeah. Well, again, I mean, should be snowing about 10 degrees in Baltimore on Sunday. So Baltimore should be able to run it right up their butt. Carolina's not very good.
Y'all say? Did you say where they?
And Baker Mayfield's starting too. So definitely give me the Ravens.
So hold on right here. I'm a tease the Ravens and the Colts.
Yeah, exactly. And
give me the Ravens. Yeah. There you go.
Whatever, dude. I'm not talking to either one of y'all. The Bills -8, and I don't know if that's really a good deal or not because they're moving the game to Detroit.
Yep.
Did you see the Bills stadium? Oh my God! It was snowed in.
Did you see Von Miller's car was completely snowed in? He posted a picture this morning about it. I saw it on Twitter or whatever. He was like literally his car was completely up to the hood was completely covered outside, and then.
I sent you guys a video of that thunder snow.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And then everybody took the under, and then they moved the game, and now every single sports book is going to make a ton of money.
Yeah, I don't. I'll play that one right at the end and go against. I'll probably take the Bills.
Yeah, they're playing it in Detroit.
Yeah, they're playing in Detroit. Yeah, they're doing that in
So yeah,
Detroit.
and
'Cause
then
there's
so
no
yeah, they
sense.
moved it there, and I think the last time that like weather even affected NFL was like 2014.
Well,
Right.
but that snowstorm, dude. Did you see the stadium? I mean, there's no way they can play football.
Oh no,
there.
yeah,
There was
no,
no
well,
way.
that's what Green Bay does. Though they pay everybody $20. They give them a hot cup of coffee, and they have volunteers come in. They clear out the stadium. That's literally what happens in
First
Green
of
Bay.
all, that's Green
So
Bay.
they were going to do that.
First of all, that's Green Bay.
But I tell you what, the
and this is Buffalo.
Titans made the Dallas Cowboys look like mediocre football team last night, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. But the Pack, man, I watched the game. I mean, I watched it, but I was not. The Titans were in control from second one, and it was never in doubt. Even though the game got close, whatever, 3 points, whatever. I'm like, this game's over.
Season's over for the Packers.
Packers
right?
are done. Packers are done.
Season's over. I mean, they have to run the table. They have to go. They have to win out in order to even make the playoffs to even be in the wild card at this point.
Yeah, I'm just over it. I saw that. I'm like, man, this is over it. I'm going. The Packers. Yeah. No, they're done.
And it's kind of it might be a home game for Cleveland going to Buffalo because that drive over there, isn't really too bad. The snow won't be too bad. So they'll have a lot of
sounds miserable.
Oh, it sounds miserable.
Yeah. Well,
hey, Ben.
San Diego sounds nice.
Ben, he sent that picture and he was like, yeah, you're gonna post this on the deal. No, I'm not posting a picture of your feet up with the beach and the ocean in the background. I'm not.
That's awesome.
Why would I do that? Ben, tell him why would I do that? I'm not doing that. And I'm looking outside. It's dreary. It's cold. I'm just going, man.
Yeah.
You boys heading down to Bedlam tomorrow?
What?
Do what?
Are you guys heading to Bedlam tomorrow?
Well,
No.
I'm waiting to hear from my guy Dave about tickets because the only way I'm going is I'm sitting up in the suites with him, even though I got to deal with Steve Owens and him trying to get me to wear that OU shirt. I'm still not doing that, Steve. I mean, I don't even know why he was even attempting that.
I'll give you a call tomorrow about game time. You guys just feel, see what you think.
Yeah, whatever. Get off the phone. We're tired.
But hey, how about those St. Louis Blues?
Oh, dude, we're getting ready to talk about it. We're getting ready to do hockey right now, Drew. Is what we're getting ready to do. I was hoping you were gonna get out the phone so I didn't have to deal with you.
I'm gonna let you boys go and start enjoying some of this sunshine. But
yeah, brother,
I miss you guys a lot.
Yeah, no, you don't. Shut up. Get off the phone. Husker. That was my guy, Drew Henthorne. Husker.
Go Big Red.
Oh,
go Blues.
I was trying to cut him off. Man, before he got in there big. I was trying to say, go Big Orange. Go Orange. But I couldn't get it in there.
Hey, you gotta love it. Love it.
The Bruins beat the Flyers last night 4-1, brother.
Yep. Don't need to say anything here because if I talk about it, the Bruins will start losing. So I'm just gonna let you move on to the next
one.
The Bruins are rolling.
The
Bruins are rolling. My boy Craig, he's a Flyers fan. He's gonna be disappointed. I mean, we were texting about last night, but yeah. So Bruins 4-1. Let's go.
Yeah, my Stars, man. Talked about it yesterday. They got that W 6-4.
Man, I was pumped for you. And then I looked up the stat earlier, actually. Your boy, Jason Robertson, he's fourth in the league in points. But he actually is averaging 4 minutes less on the ice per game than the top three. So that's 6-7 shifts because usually your shifts are about 40-45 seconds. That's a freaking big deal, man. Like that's great. You know what I mean? Like, points, efficiency, however you say that. That would be like the bet. Like he is outstanding for your Stars right now. I mean, that guy. And then they had an injury though. Your backup, he got hurt, so they had to pull in Otter, but they ended up winning the game, so it was good. Stars need the W.
Yeah. The Devils 3-2 over the Leafs.
11 wins in a row for the Devils.
Isn't that crazy?
Yep, that doesn't happen. That's quarter. I mean, that's about an eighth of the season or so, just wins in a row.
Wins in a row.
And that,
Yep. Well, you got to figure you're gonna get on a losing streak at some point too when you get like that.
100%. Yeah.
Ebb and flow.
And they're a young team, so we'll see. Like they might just pop out of this. You never know.
You never know. Yep. And the Avalanche in OT over the Hurricanes 3-2.
Yep. These two teams, about like last year, you would have thought both these teams would have been in the Stanley Cup final. So it's kind of like these two, like it's two powerhouses right now. The Hurricanes look good, but the Avalanche, I mean, they're gonna win. They're gonna win their conference. I still do believe that.
Yeah, I agree. The Canadians 4, the Blue Jackets 6. Home
Who
win for the
cares?
Jackets. I agree.
Yep. Who cares?
I agree. The Lightning. The Lightning over the Flames 4-1.
Yep. Lightning got 3 wins in a row. The Flames, they got no fire behind them anymore. So they're going out.
There. Yeah,
if you
they're
want to
just
say
there.
it like
Yeah,
that.
they had that on last night. I'm like, why are we even
Yeah.
watching this game on TV?
They're going out.
Then those Blues 5-4 over the Capitals, whatever.
Yep. And it was a shootout, so it was a cool game. That was fun. And it was good. O'Reilly, their captain, finally got a goal. It was first goal. I think that might have been the second point of the year. And then there's a couple goalies in the league that have more points than him. And so it was good for him to get a point. That was just nice for his,
yeah, that was crazy.
confidence.
The Jets beat the Ducks 3-2.
Yeah, Kyle Connor had a hat trick, so he had all 3 goals for the Jets. I was hoping those Ducks were going to maybe take them to overtime or something just for your stars, but they couldn't do it. That's going to be a tight race in your division there.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Will you look up and see who has the most hat tricks?
Most hat tricks all time?
Yeah, probably would be Gretzky, wouldn't it?
You
don't have to do it right now, but we'll just do it later. You can look it up later. The Predators 5-4 over the Islanders.
Predators 5-4. Both goalies honestly played like absolute shit, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
I took the under on that game. I really thought that it was going to be kind of like a goalie battle, and it just really both goalies went under. I think it was like 875 save percentage, so they just played like shit. So
It sounds like. Then the Penguins, Pittsburgh got over the Wild 6-4.
Big game for Crosby. I was talking, I think it was yesterday. I was saying Crosby needed a big game tonight, and he got 4 points, so that was good.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, didn't we?
Yep, we need to keep it going.
The G Knights, here they go over the Coyotes 4-1.
Yep, and this is actually a big touching point. Other than the 4-1, the Coyotes stink. So I mean, the Golden Knights, I expect. I took them puck line 1.5. That was a great, just a little thing for me. But I'm sorry. I had a phone call just come in.
Okay.
Phil Kessel played his 1,000th game in a row. So that's never happened in hockey. I don't know if that's ever happened in basketball.
1,000th game in a row? 1,000.
He has not missed one game in 1,000 games. So that's a massive deal.
I don't even know how do you even. Wow.
So yeah, he holds the Iron Man streak clearly.
Yeah, well, Cal Ripken has the one for baseball 2000 something or other. But my problem with his streak was Lou Gehrig was still batting 300. Okay, Cal Ripken stayed in it. He was batting 100 something, hurt, still staying in the game.
Well,
just so he could break the streak.
You'd love this. The Iron Man in the NBA is AC Green.
Yeah,
he played 1,192 games in a row.
Yep.
Never missed one.
Never missed one.
I took those notes down on our first show, and I'm just now bringing them back up. But yeah, Phil Kessel,
that's funny.
1,000 games in a row.
That's funny.
So yeah, that's something to be. You got to kind of honor that a little. That's something without just having a sore thumb or just getting the flu or just random things. Like he never stopped.
He never played.
So
never
I
missed.
just thought that was something to say.
Yep. I remember that for the Lakers. AC Green from Oregon State.
Yep.
The Kraken 3-2 over those New York Rangers.
Your boys. I think that actually might be your favorite team.
I do.
But
I just like the name.
Yeah,
no,
I think you
team,
just can't admit it yet. Yeah, you just can't admit it yet.
No,
we'll get there.
No,
I'll get you there.
No, you gonna get me there? By the
they
way,
keep playing like this, man.
By the way, I only had 2 beers last night, taking care of my beers, man. I went ahead and left. I left and went home.
I know.
Early because I knew it was starting.
I got to see. I didn't get to dab yet, but I saw you right when I walked in.
Yeah, I saw you for a minute. We had Mark and I finished up our stuff that we had to do for putting together our proposals and stuff. So I went ahead and because I've got several people who want to sponsor, so we finally got all that
good.
stuff.
No, take care of business, boy.
Yeah, got that done. But anyway, and then the final deal: the Red Wings and the Sharks.
And like I said to Drew earlier, I didn't take the Sharks, and I should have, but they're there. They lose on the night that I do not take them, and they beat me every night. So there it is.
There it is. All right, my brother. I may see you tonight, Cats. You got any plans for the weekend? What you got going on, you and Kai?
The wife and I pretty much we're doing the car shopping this week. She got into a little wreck or whatever.
Wrecked the Volvo.
So other than that, we're just going to be doing that. the in-laws will be staying here, so wish me luck. And then we're going to be doing a couple different things like that. And then I just pretty much got work. We had I'll pretty much be at Cats the next 2 nights.
Yeah,
so.
I know you will. I'm sorry. Did it get packed last night after I left? Because I know it usually
It was
does.
nuts. It was absolutely, yeah.
I knew. I was like, man, let me get out of here about 9:30.
Good call. Like I'm
I'm
saying, right when you walked out, they were like, "Oh, Matt left. Let's hurry up. Let's get in there."
Yeah, good. Well, y'all, they can come on. I went home, hung out with my dude Ace. We snuggled. He ate a
That's
bunch of
awesome.
He ate his new favorite snacks, these moo moo pies.
There you
He
go.
loves those things. So we just chilled out, and I'm like, man. And then tonight, of course, Thunder game, and then my goddaughter and her husband, Clay and Courtney Palmer, are coming in from Lubbock tonight. And so they want to hang out for a little bit. I'm like, well, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to hang out with y'all because I got Thunder game. I got to do the show. So I may go. I got to figure out how to do my show and go see my goddaughter that she's in town tonight. So I've got to figure out how to make all that happen. But anyway, brother, be safe tonight. And maybe I'll see you or maybe I'll want later tonight. If not, I'll probably see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. If I don't see you, I'll talk to you next week, and then we'll talk
Because you're coming
Monday
on
or
when?
whatever.
You're coming on Monday? Or is it Monday or Tuesday next week? Tuesday?
I'll do Tuesday. I can do Tuesday. Perfect.
And that what
we'll do Tuesday. We'll do Tuesday, and then kind of next
we're
week's
gonna
kind
do
of
Tuesday.
weird.
Well, we'll probably do Tuesday, probably Wednesday.
I was going to ask you.
Do Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, because we're gonna do Nick on Wednesday.
I can do. Yeah, I'll come on. I'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday next week.
Yeah, because Friday we're gonna be in Dallas, so I'm trying to figure out how to work that out. We gotta leave early.
Yeah, if you do on Friday, let me know.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do one Friday. What I'm trying to do is get to Dallas early enough to where I get there early and do that. So that's my goal Friday for that. So anyway, brother, be safe. Appreciate you.
You too, brother. Cheers.
Cheers to you, man. My guy Ben Dillman doing our hockey and fantastic. Did a great job on the World Cup. Want to thank my guy Nick Jackson for coming on, giving us some great insight on the World Cup that begins Sunday, and then of course the USA play Monday. And let me throw that up for all you people who don't know. Monday the 21st at 12 p.m. on Fox, the USA and Wales, and that's going to be huge. We've got to get that W for the USA to start us out, to get us going, because if we win that game, we'll for sure at least get into the round 2, and then we play England, the best team in the group, on Friday, so a week from today. So that being said, I want to thank everybody. Also, my guy Drew Henthorne of HuskerDrewPicks.com. I want to thank him for doing his thing and coming on today as well. So everybody try to stay warm out there. Be safe. Go Pokes.